Hello, it's me, Ribbity, and welcome back to another video. This is part 2 of my Tiny Eco Community speed build. Now, it has been about a week, I think, since I did the last part of the build, so when I came back to this, it took me ages to get back into the swing of things. I just wasn't quite sure what my vision was anymore. I mean, say doing this bit with the path, after I did that, I was like, what am I doing? It looks terrible. But I think it does come together when I add all the landscaping, and that really ties it all together, and you will see that in a minute. But this here was one thing that I knew I really wanted, was a little orchard or a little growing patch. I think it's really cute. It's tucked away. So that's one thing I got out of the way because I was like, yep, I want that. But I think this community was quite heavily inspired by a village that I have. It's reasonably near where I live in the Highlands of Scotland, and it's called Findhorn. It's a little fishing seaside town, and it's the cutest place. So if you're ever going to Scotland and ever going up to the Highlands, I would highly recommend going and visiting Findhorn. It's gorgeous. But anyway, next to Findhorn is an eco village, and originally it started off with just like a few natural man-made little houses, but since the trends kind of picked up of having these eco homes, there's been a lot of new builds there. I mean, it's still really strict. It has to be completely eco-friendly, with the materials you use and everything. But it has grown a lot. It's a lot bigger than it used to be. But when you walk around that area, you still get to see and you get the feel of this community. Like, they may all have their own homes, but they spend a lot of time outside in the community gardens or at the community centre or the cafe. And there's just lots of activities that they all do together, and I love that. That's what I wanted with this kind of build, is that even though they have all their own little cabins, there's still lots of areas for them to go hang out and practice their skills or go do some cooking and share all their meals, things like that. I think that's quite a nice atmosphere, and I think I've managed to capture that pretty well with the finished result. I also love that this becomes a little path just tucked away going out the back, and I actually think it's really cute the way it ends up. But yeah, I felt like at this point I was just kind of praying that it was all going to come together. I didn't quite know what I was going for. Like, I had the end vision in mind, but to get there I was a bit like, I don't know. Because I think this is probably the biggest build I've taken on. I just do little standard houses. I don't do anything big or fancy really. So this was a bit of a challenge, but I had a lot of fun doing it, and I think I would do more builds similar to this. Now, this is some of the landscaping. I can easily get really carried away with landscaping, and there's a lot of landscaping in this build, let me tell you. I spent about, it must have been about 80% of my time doing landscaping with this. It took a lot of time. I had to keep stopping and starting and coming back to it. But I think it turned out nice. I mean, it's very colourful, and I mean, if you have any allergies, it's probably not the best place for you to be. But I think it looks gorgeous, and it captures the sort of outdoors, happy, naturey vibe that I was going for. But let me know in the comments if you like the landscaping. I mean, I'm not sure if it's a bit overkill. So do let me know what you think about the landscaping. I'd love to hear. Honestly, I won't be offended because landscaping's not my forte. But here you see, yeah, there where the path was, I've now like created the sides of it with the landscaping. And I think that really does help. I do that with all the paths, and it does help define them and create all these little secret areas almost. And behind here, I do a lovely little area that if I actually lived here, I would probably spend most of my time around there, just like reading a book or something. It's a cute little area. You'll see I popped some painting easels and a little chessboard and stuff, and it's a really lovely little tucked away bit. And I wanted to have a few of these little areas, just so that your Sims can spread out a little bit. And it's just that, I don't know, it creates a nice little cozy vibe. I think it's cute. But here again, I'm just adding more landscaping. This is pretty much the entire build. So prepare yourself. It's just landscaping upon landscaping. It took me a long time, but I hope it pays off. I enjoyed doing it anyway, so yeah, I'll definitely try to do some more kind of similar to this. We'll have to see how it goes. So yeah, I'm just popping more landscaping. And I haven't popped any actual plants in this little farming area here. I'm not sure if I should have really. I just kind of left it up for whoever, if you decide to play in it, I've left it up to you to kind of pop some plants in. But I mean, you've got lots of space to do it there. Although I don't know if this bothers anyone else. It's like a running trend. Whenever I do play The Sims, my Sims always have gardening stuff. But with seasons, I find it really annoying that not like there's only certain seasons that plants grow in, that they have different seasons they grow. Like I know it's realistic, but it annoys me so much because every time I play, I have to build like a covered area. So like it doesn't always have walls, but it always has a roof so that they're sheltered and they grow all year round. But then it's annoying because I don't want to have this big structure in my back garden all the time. I don't know if you guys think that or not, if it's just me being really, I don't know, really picky or whatever, but it really annoys me because I feel like I have to go out my way to create this like big ugly shelter, or if they only have a tiny garden, I still need to create a shelter of some kind so that they can grow these plants. So my point was that area is it's not sheltered, so your plants won't grow all the time, but that's just something you got to deal with. I mean, actually, pretty much this entire build is outside. You know, I mean, you have a little activity hall at the other end of the build, but if it's bad weather, your Sims are just going to be outside most of the time because everything is outside. Oh, I don't know, you just need to pray for some nice weather, I guess. But yeah, I just put a little sunbathing spot there next to the pond. Although I feel like the pond might be a little bit stagnant. Doesn't look so nice. Might be a bit smelly, but we'll just pretend it's fine. And here I am again, surprise, surprise, I'm doing some more landscaping. Gotta love it. I actually think like there's so many really pretty, like all these little flowers I've used. I love them. I only found them, I think it was a couple of weeks ago I discovered that they existed. And ever since then I've been using them every time I've landscaped. I think they're so pretty. There's so many different colours. I love them. They're gorgeous. And then you can size them down and stuff so they're not so in your face as well. So they're really easy to use. But yeah, here is just a little hangout bit. Got a little game board, the little horseshoe thingy-majig, whatever you call it. Just next to a little food area. And then I have this little laundry bit because I thought I'll pop some laundry. It's a nice little thing, but it's eco-friendly, so they're going to do it themselves. And this bit turns out quite nice actually where the laundry is because I put a little like structure overhead, so it makes it a little bit more sheltered. I'm just popping some bits and bobs down now just to decorate. And just whenever I find something I'm like, oh, that could go over there. Oh, I'll put it over there. So I'm a bit all over the place, but we'll get there in the end, don't worry guys. Yeah, this is the structure I was talking about. I think it ends up quite nice because I pop some of that, like that kind of grass stuff over the top of the trellis. So it looks nice. So here I am just adding little bits. I love that. I think that makes it so cute. I love that entranceway. It came with Eco Living or Eco Lifestyle. Eco Living, I think it is. And I love it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, so I'm just popping some lights in. The place actually looks really cute when it's nighttime and it's all lit up because I have lots of little lights dotted around in all the shrubbery. Like here, you see me doing it now. And it looks so cute. It's like a little fairy village or something. It's adorable. Yeah, so I'm just popping that in and then I'm just going round because I had to stop doing the landscaping. It was getting too much. So now I'm going back and filling in some more. It just gets a bit tedious, you know, and I also don't want it to all look the same. Whereas I was getting into little patterns of, oh, I'd use this, then this, then this of the plants. So taking a little break and going back to it helped me get into a different pattern, you know? But yeah, I'm just filling in all little gaps to make it look a little bit fuller and brighter. Oh, you see this log thing that's just there? Like right there in the center of the screen, that log thing, that tree trunk. What is that? Because I remember reading the description of it and I still don't know what it is. It's like you have to fill it with things and then something, see what happens, it said. I don't know what it is. So I've never used it. If any of you guys do know what it is, let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. I've never seen it before, so I've never used it. But let me know what it is if you do know, because it's quite interesting. I don't know what you have to do with it. You have to put something in it, but I can't remember what it said you had to put in it. I don't know. So here's me putting I don't know, the moss grass stuff. I'm just putting some of that on the trellis. That's fine. It's not what it's meant for, but does the job, doesn't it? Just popping some little hanging flower pot things around and just filling it up, making it nice and green and cute. But yeah, I think it's really a really cute community. It's so colourful and bright and it's such a happy place. I feel like if you go there, you're just going to smile. And actually watching it back, I know I just mentioned a minute ago about it looking like a fairy village. I think it really does look like a cute little fairy village. So I'm really liking it. It's so different to anything I've ever done, but I really enjoyed doing it. Yeah, here I really wanted like a little hidden away bit, like these people. This is the family home one. I kind of wanted a little hidden away bit, but I just decided to keep it open. And then just popping in some of the necessities, the mailbox and the bin. And here I wanted like a little bit, maybe one of them's a musician and every night they get up there and they sing and everyone watches. Now this bit here, I don't like the way this turned out. I do change it from this. I take some of them away. I don't know, I didn't know what to put there. I just wanted it cut off slightly, like the edge around the pond. But I really couldn't figure out anything that worked for me. So I don't know, I mean, it's okay. It's just I'm not super happy with how it turned out. But yeah, see, I took a little bit away there. I don't know, I can't tell what it is, but it just doesn't look quite right to me. But other than that, I'm just going through popping a few bits and bobs. I really wanted to have these hanging lights. I love them. I use them in all of my builds. But I decided not to use them. But yeah, just adding little bits and bobs here and there, filling the place up. I mean, it looks like there's a lot going on. I could imagine having loads of Sims pottering about if it's nice weather. If it's not nice weather, like I said before, I don't really know what you'll do. Kind of run from building to building because I couldn't imagine them just staying in their little huts all the time. I think that would get really, really lonely, wouldn't it? Whoa, that's a bit fast. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I think I'm almost done. I'm just adding the last few little eco-related things, and that's it. But I will leave you here. I really hope you enjoyed. I hope you like it. It'll be up in the gallery, but I'll put my information below, and I'll pop in some screenshots for you. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know in the comments what part of the build was your favourite. I will see you all very, very soon. Bye bye!